Hello, my name is Alex Gist, and I love to ski. Now, you can rest assured that if I could be skiing right now, I would be, but I can't due to it being July. So I've been doing what I do every summer, watch a crap ton of ski videos, and I've been having a lot of fun. I've also learned a couple things. I've learned that I'm so excited for this upcoming season. I mean, it's gonna be so great. And then I've also learned that I hate ski films. I just cannot like them. They are so bad. I don't like them. And this is a bummer because, as I keep saying, I love to ski. So I should like ski films. You know, they're made for me, a kid with way too much time on their hand and someone who loves to ski. But I don't like them. I just don't. This is a video I've wanted to make for a long time, but I'm doing it now because I just came out with my own short film. It could have been about skiing. It really could have. It was not a biking specific thing. I mean, the title was, but it could have been No Time for Skiing and it would have been just the same. And in my film, I'll be the first to admit, I didn't tell the greatest story. It was basically a montage with a couple lines of dialogue stuffed in the end. And for my first try, I was okay with that. I didn't love it, and I still don't love it, but I think I'll probably get better and can do better things. So although I may not have told a very complex or interesting story, my problem with ski films is that so often they're too proud of what they're able to do on their skis that they forget to tell a story at all. So often a ski film is a montage with film slapped on it, and that just doesn't feel like a film to me. A film tells a story, typically about characters and their growth or decline over the story. A film is just a story captured on video. So in my utter frustration of watching so many montages with the title of film, I thought maybe I'm just watching the wrong ones, right? Like there could be some good ones. So I did a quick Google, found a list of the top 18 ski films, and watched number 1 on the list. The movie I chose is 2008's Claim by Matchstick Productions. It was a movie about celebrating your accomplishments and not being afraid to do it. So in other words, it was a movie about being proud of your skiing. It was something I don't like in films because too often the films are too proud of their skiing and they end up just being a montage. I thought this film could have been interesting because so often other films are too proud of their skiing that they're uninteresting, but one about being proud of your skiing could be interesting. You know, it's kind of meta. So I watched it, immediately started with a 4-minute intro. I mean, I'm a sucker for long intros, but 4 minutes is too long. And then it followed it up with a 10-minute montage, which is, again, boring, hate it, don't like that in ski films, quit it, knock it off, stop it. But then it started to do something neat, something fun, something interesting. It told me a story, one about a character struggling to regain his mojo after an injury, and by reliving his glory days, he found that there were good days ahead too. That is a story. I'm pretty sure that's what half the Rocky movies are about. Then it showed me a montage. Then it followed that montage up with a story about breaking a world record, something I'm pretty sure the other half of the Rocky movies are about. And this pattern of following a story up with a montage repeated for the next hour and 13 minutes, and was so boring and so uninteresting. And so often the movie forgot its through line of being proud of your skiing, and it was often just a montage or like, look, I did a cool trick. That was cool, right? You like that, right? It's cool. And I mean, yeah, it's cool, but I don't want to watch an hour and 13 minutes of it, and it's definitely not a film, so stop calling it that. And this is where I was most frustrated. The movie about being proud of your skiing couldn't even be proud of your skiing for half of the movie, which is just ridiculous. But the movie wasn't all bad. It did some things that I quite liked. It had a very nice early 2000s aesthetic that I really like and reminds me of my childhood. It also has beautiful cinematography throughout the film, which is just great. And to top it all off, the movie had a great soundtrack. Even though there was like 3 or 4 songs I didn't like, there were 25 total, so if there's 3 I don't like, that's alright with me. So overall, Claim was just as frustrating and annoying as any other ski film due to its unfocused nature, and it really just felt like a collection of short films and montages smushed into it with a really loose thesis of being proud of your skiing. So now I'd like to quickly talk about a film that inspired me to make my own film. It's called Powder Project. It's by BCMTB, and you know, it's very similar to most other ski films. It is entirely a montage, no story, no through line. You can kind of get a sense of maybe they filmed it in one day, but not really. There is a lot of B-roll, and this is very negative, and I don't think it's a bad montage, but as far as a film goes, there's no story. And I think this shows the biggest problem with ski films. They don't have to tell a story because none of them tell a story, or none of them commit to telling a story throughout. So often they just tell maybe a little story and then montage through the rest of it. And this shows you that even small creators, small like indie films I guess you could call them, don't even have to be creative or tell a story, because the ones made by big companies and professional filmmakers don't either, so they can just do the same thing they do and get the same recognition. And I can kind of understand why the big filmmakers stick to this montage style film, because maybe the studios are like, yeah, this works, do it again. But as a small creator, you should have to be pushing the boundaries and doing something interesting and unique to gain status and prevalence. So why aren't there creators making sitcoms, ski sitcoms? I would love to watch a ski sitcom. Well, it's because they don't have to. It's too easy to make a montage. You know, you hold a camera and you do a trick, and it's fun to do. I know, I've made plenty of them. You end up in the same place either way. You might as well take the easy road and have fun doing it. So that's the frustrating world of ski films. You don't have to push the boundaries. You don't have to make something interesting. You don't have to tell a story. You don't have to make a film. You just have to make a montage. And it's this lack of innovation that I think really, really frustrates me with ski films. It's not that they don't tell a story, it's that they all tell the same not story. A story of, look, I'm doing the biggest jump I can and the best trick I can, and you like it, right? And look, here's a pretty shot. It's pretty, you like that. And here's a nice song, you like that. But no, don't ask for a story. Don't ask for it, because there isn't one. Just sit there quietly, turn off your brain, and watch some ski footage. And I don't like that. And also, don't shoot. There is no way this video hasn't been a rambling monologue, so for that I apologize. It's something I wanted to talk about and have wanted to talk about for a very long time. Finally did it. It took me forever. I've been working on this for 5 days. Probably watched 10 hours of ski films. I wrote a script, didn't follow it. It's way too hard to follow a script. I enjoyed my time, but I'm never gonna do this again, or at least not for a very long time. It was a lot of work, and honestly, montages are a lot more fun. So I do understand why you'd make a montage. I just don't think you should call it a film. So anyway, here's a montage list. It was 2008's the movie I chose was 2008's Claim by Matchstick Production. The movie I chose was 2008's Claim by Matchstick Production. God. The movie I chose was 2008's Matchstick Production. No. The movie I chose was 2008's... The movie I chose was 2008's Matchstick Production. My God. The movie I chose is 2008's Claim by Matchstick Productions.